with Phil Cowell from Western Academy of Beijing and myself, Madeleine Brooks from Western Academy of Beijing. And we're just exploring, and Phil is going to give us a little walkthrough of a typical grade 1 blog in our school. Okay, so let's take it away. This is a grade 1 student.
This is grade 1, which is a fully open WordPress blog. This student, they get blogs from the early years, 2 years prior to this, and in the kindergarten, they also have blogs. They're slightly different in that they don't use the student's name, so they're semi-hidden because they're based on the student ID number. However, as of next year, our early years have said, oh, blow it, let's just use this, and they will keep the same blog the whole way through because we are convinced that we will not have issues. Right, and that's the number one question.
So you don't think there's any privacy issues or safety issues?
No. Well, there are safety issues, and as we like to say, fully open doesn't mean fully unmonitored. No, there's a better way to say it. But, fully open means you've got to be diligent about making sure they're not putting their last names or their phone numbers or their addresses or whatever, right?
And that encourages conversations with teachers and students at all
Yeah,
times.
Absolutely. So it's all very much authentic digital citizenship stuff, digital safety, cyber safety, and so forth. So if we look at they're all set up on using the same theme. And if we look, we see lots of voice over photo.
This is my year timeline: 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015.
Just going to jump a little bit further along and see what else he says a bit further
I
down.
don't know which. And on the second photo, it was with Carson and
So if we just
Jules.
pause that first.
Carson was in my...
He's doing this on his own, or is he directed by the teacher?
fully independently.
Fully independent. So how would he do that? Because presumably he's not got a laptop in the classroom. Is he using an iPad, isn't he?
Well, funny you should ask.
Of course we know.
Yeah. So he's using EasyBlog Junior with that. And that was the exact reason we made the app. There was no way for them to do it. The WordPress app was just too hard. That was the main reason in developing that, really.
And my understanding of EasyBlog Junior is that the kids do some work, they just pick up the iPad. It's a shared iPad in the class. They have some way of logging into their blog that way. Is that right?
Yeah, it's basically these kids have one-to-one iPads, but you can equally use it in a shared environment. And all of the students' profile photos are shown when they open the app. They choose their profile. What do you want to do today? I want to make a video. I want to take a photo and talk about it. I want to write something. You can also do a typed-based post as well.
Okay, so they can just pick up any iPad, pick their picture, and then press record, and they can do this totally independently.
Yes.
Does the teacher have to actually moderate the
No, we
post?
have... you could set it up that way, and on EasyBlog, so our hosting service, most teachers want to do that. They want to moderate it. Although, to refine that statement, most... at the beginning think they want to moderate, and then that number declines sharply as people realise most of it's fine, and the simplest moderation is before you hit the publish button, bring me your iPad and I want to have a look.
So it's classroom behaviour.
It's much faster, much easier
quicker.
than turning your email box and you've got 30 posts.
Okay,
right?
So I noticed that there is some commenting going on.
Yes.
Obviously, I'm just assuming grade 1, what's the literacy level in terms of reading and writing and typing?
Yeah, well, they by and large, they can't. So, I mean, I know Will well, and this is from his mother, and, certainly words like this and even jail, he's not going to be able to read. And this, unfortunately, does put quite a burden on the grade 1 teachers, because when people leave comments, the student can't read it. So it kind of a little bit as well makes the point in mum commenting, Beck knows she's putting that burden on the teacher, and B, you would just chat with Will, right? Rather than leave him a comment, you just say, hey, I saw your post, this is really data, and you would just talk about it. But you do get, more from grandparents and so forth, and as you go up the grades, there is a significant increase in the number of comments coming through.
And I see that we've automatically got the website, so there's some authority if people did put their website in. And I'm assuming that the teacher is the person that moderates those comments as they come in. Is a parent able to moderate the comments as they come in?
They could do, as long as their parents know the username and password. We would like that. Yeah.
It'd be a lot better, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay.
So on EasyBlog.org, Siri reads that to you. And then the student approves it or deletes it. which is well wicked.
That's
Yes.
well wicked. Okay.
Yeah.
So suddenly we've got a very accessible platform for blogging for our non
Speakers.
speakers.
No, readers.
And
Not readers.
actually, when I'm thinking about it, also for our ESOL
Yeah,
as well.
because it can translate it for you as well.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
So Will's had this blog for some time, and
Mhm.
he blogs every day or every other
A
day
lot,
or
yeah.
a
Well,
lot.
let's have a look at the frequency.
But he's not told when to
Things-
blog, how to blog.
Sometimes he is, sometimes he isn't. Sometimes, and you see he's taking it to all the subjects, not just homeroom as well. Sometimes he will say, I want to put this on my blog. Sometimes, if it's an important, like this is an art reflection, obviously,
Okay.
which is very well done. Well,
Yeah.
for some reason he's decided he's loved it so much he's put it there twice. But yeah, this is probably directed from the art teacher because
Yes.
it would form part of their probably portfolio.
Mhm.
So what we do here is because they're posting on EasyBlog Junior, it doesn't have an option to go to a category. Although guess what, on EasyBlog you can, but on EasyBlog Junior you can't.
Yes.
So what happens is though, because Will has so much content on here, when he's working on his portfolio, particularly for
Yeah.
student conference time,
Yes.
he looks back through his posts
Yes.
and he will say, "This one I want on my portfolio." So he simply hits edit and he puts it in portfolio
So will he use a tag or a category?
category.
Okay, so you're using categories. So
Use
obviously at the
categories.
moment they're not really ready for tagging
No.
at this point.
No, it's too complicated.
Okay.
Yeah. So you want to look at it older?
That would be great. So let's
Oh,
just
yeah.
let's just
No.
finish this one
Oh,
here.
okay.
So let's just turn
Right.
that one off. Thank you.
Okay.